Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports and some breaking news. No more JACO PEYPER in the middle of a rugby match with a whistle in hand. He has officially called time on what has been a pretty impressive refereeing career and one of the best we've ever produced, really, JACO PEYPER, and just an all-around nice guy, you know, a proper servant to the game. And yeah, you know, he finished as the third most capped official behind Craig and Jonathan Kaplan. So really is in amongst referee royalty when it comes to South African officials. And yeah, never, you know, had his moments of controversy, for example, as any referee really will. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just an all-round role model of what a referee can and should be. Before we still go look at some of the statement, some of the stats, for example, and what SA Rugby had to say about him, please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Right, so he is Bloemfontein based and former, so current Mr. Mokazan, the president of SA Rugby, has said that he is one of the best, really. He said, apart from progressing to be one of the best referees in the world during his 17-year first-class career, JACO has also been a great ambassador for South Africa and a role model for aspiring young match officials. Completely agree. His cool, calm, and collected conduct has been a standout characteristic throughout his career, whilst JACO was also clear and consistent in the way in which he applied the laws, allowing players to express themselves on the field. We've had some outstanding referees since the game turned professional, and JACO can be regarded as one of the best. We understand his reasoning for wanting to retire as a referee, and although it's sad, it's a sad day, we look back at it with fond memories. We would like to wish him and his family the very best for the next chapter. And yeah, it's I think pretty well summed up, really, in terms of the caliber that JACO PEYPER it brings, really. So yeah, let's look at some of the stats, shall we? So he is a receiver of the South African Referee of the Year winner, and I think it's more than once as well. But he officiated 67 tests and was involved in 3 Rugby World Cup tournaments, lots of games at the URC level, Super Rugby Champions Cup, as well as Currie Cup. He is the 6th most capped test referee in history. Was in charge of 9 finals, of which 5 were Currie Cup, 3 Super Rugby, and 1 Champions Cup, as well as 2 Rugby World Cup quarterfinals. I also think he could have been actually up there for a Rugby World Cup final had the Springboks not made it there. He also obviously refereed in the Six Nations, the Rugby Championship, as well as 1 test between the All Blacks and the British and Irish Lions back in 2017. And back to it, he refereed 40 matches across the Rugby World Cup after making his test debut between Kenya and Zimbabwe back in 2011. Speaking about his own retirement, JACO PEYPER had the following to say. He said that I literally grew up next to the rugby field as my dad was a coach, and later on I played and coached the game before I took up the opportunity to go into refereeing. There are always tough times at the high-end referee, but since making my first class debut 17 years ago, rugby has only been good to me. It's been a great journey. I've made many wonderful friends, and I've been fortunate enough to visit many fantastic places around the world. All things considered, now is perhaps the best time to step away from active refereeing to spend more time with my lovely wife and 2 beautiful daughters, as well as growing my business interests. There are many people I'd like to thank, and will do so personally, but I want to give a special word of thanks to the CEOs of SA Rugby for backing me, the support I've received from the high performance division, my fellow match officials, and specifically the Springboks, whom I've worked with closely and have helped me become a better referee. Rugby is part of my life, and although I'm closing the door on active refereeing, I would love nothing more than to stay involved in this wonderful game and plow back after what it's given me. So, saying all the right things. And at the end of the day, you know, we've got to now look back and understand just how lucky we probably were, you know, to have JACO PEYPER. And you know, it's always at the heat of the moment, you know, referees make bad calls, or make calls you don't agree with, and you hate them, you don't rate them, for example. But he really was one of the better referees. He was very good with his communication, for example. Very concise, for example. And I think that I really enjoyed the part where they said he allowed personality in the game. Because he did. You know, he was a personality in himself. Maybe not, you know, sort of like a very sort of out there type referee, but had a decent sense of humor and, you know, would allow certain things to be be able to make sure that players could still bring in their sort of personalities into the game, and it could be a sort of that kind of flavor to it. But let me know what you think. Where does he rank across the best referees we've had? Let me know down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve. I'll chat to you soon.